Hello everyone, this is Manish here from Manish Code Lab. So in today's session, what we're going to do is we're going to cover file handling along with various concepts like how to handle files like JSON, YAML, and large files along with database integration. So this is what we're going to take today. And these are the advanced concepts in order to also handle errors along with context management and efficient memory use. We'll see through the respective program that we have over here today. So the first thing that we're doing is we are creating a sample SQL like database that you can see on my screen over here. And so if you see in the respective example, what we have defined as part of this function in a database is going to create a SQLite connection for the given DB name, and it is going to basically create a cursor. So if you can see the respective query over here, it's going to create a table if the respective table doesn't exist for the user. Okay. And here, if you see, what we're doing is it is creating the respective database with a respective table with respective columns that we see in case of ID, name, age, email. And then we're committing our respective connection and closing our connection. And the second function that you see, what we're doing is here, we are inserting our respective sample user into the respective database. We are starting the connection on the respective database and setting the respective cursor for the connection. And we're executing the respective SQL query. Here you can see insert into users name, age, email values, and this values will be the parameters that will be given through our respective code users, and we are committing that respective information. And in case if we get a respective integrity error, you can see this is how we are handling the respective exception over here. So you can see one example of handling exception here in using the try and except block. Finally, block is executed irrespective whether you get an exception or not here. So the connection is going to be closed. Now talking about the third function. So here what I'm doing is I'm exporting user data from the database to a JSON file here. So in the case, if you see, we have created an example DB that we'll be creating, and the output file is going to be user.json. And what we're going to do is we are going to create a connection for the SQLite over here, and then we are going to create a respective connection cursor. We'll execute the respective query select star from users. You can use any query for you want to fetch, and it will users is equal to cursor.fetch all, what is the respective output that we are expecting that is going to be stored in the respective users. Now, if you see in the dictionary, what we are doing is here, we have created a dictionary over here with given parameters for the key and the value. Now, if you see, the ID is being mapped to the dictionary u of 0, name as u of 1, age u of 2, and email as u of 3 in the respective users iteration that we're going to follow. Now, this value we have started using. This is how a file handling then we start. So this is an open file. So we are opening the respective file with the right permission, and we are dumping the respective data into JSON with the respective what key value pairs that you have it over here as part of the dictionaries. Okay, and we have given an indent also for the respective information over here, and we are closing the connections. Now, coming back to the YAML file. So this is, I want to create a YAML file first, and then we'll read those YAML files later. So what you see is I've created, let's say I've just given a parameter as optional YAML file name as config.yaml, and this is my respective data for the YAML file. As you can see, the database consists of two key over here, the name and table, and it has the respective values as given in the screen. Same goes for the logging as well. Now what we're doing is we are opening the respective same operation, so YAML file with the writing permission, and we're dumping that YAML data in this case, and we're printing that we have created the configuration YAML file. Now, the next thing what we are doing is we are trying to create a large text file in our case. So what we have done, we have given a text file as large file.txt as part of the input. This function is again going to iterate from 1 to 100. So generally in range, the last value is excluded. So it will start from 1 to 100, and it will keep on printing line 1. This is a sample line 1, and similarly it will keep on going till 100, and this is what is going to be created in the respective file. Now what we're doing is we are compressing this text file that we have got, that large file.txt, to our compressed file the extension for the compressed file in this case is .gz. So we have opened the respective file in this case with the RB permission that we see over here. So in this case, what we see for the given example, so what we basically mean by RB is going to be the read binary that we have. In case we are reading the recipient file as binary, we're opening the respective file output file in the respective WB mode. Now in the WB mode, what we do is we generally have a respective operation in this case. So we are writing the file in our respective binary. So writing binary is WB, and we're routing we're printing the respective lines, whatever we have got over here into this, and we compress the respective file. And now, as we have created a YAML file before, this is how we are going to read the YAML file. So we are opening the file as a read permission, and data is equal to YAML.safe-load is going to load the respective function for the YAML file that here file that we have created as an object, and this is going to print the YAML data that we have in this case. So next thing is then what we're doing is we are handling large file efficiently using iterators. In this case, we are reading in chunks if you see. So given chunk size of 1024. So we are processing the given file that we have. First, we have to unzip that respective file in this case. Now, if you see the RT permission here, so generally RT permission refers to it is open for the reading text. So we are reading the compressed file over here, and for chunks in the iterator.isSlice, what it is doing is it is reading in terms of chunks here, breaking that respective text for us, and it is printing that respective chunks over here. So that is how it is going to be taken care. Now, these functions itself are how we have called it. If you see, first we have created YAML file, we have created a large file, we have compressed those large file, and any database is the database initialization that we have done, and we have given users over here as part of our database that we need to insert those values over here, as you can see. And once we have inserted this, what we are doing is we are exporting the values to the JSON file, we are reading the YAML file, and we are also checking if the respective GZ file exists. If it exists, we are processing the respective file over here. In case if it is not present, we are printing large file not found. So this is the whole operation. As you see, it comprises of all these file handling concepts that we have taken care of. Let us run through it and we'll see. In the output, if I show you correctly, you'll see that we have created the YAML file. You can see in my respective project directory over here. You can see the example.db. This is my db file that we have. And in this db file, if you see, just give me a second. So in the DB file, what we have is we can just give me a second, let me open up this. We have used SQLite extension to read through the respective table that you see in our case, which we had printed over here. After inserting, you can see Alice and email same for Bobby and Charlie, as you can see. So this is our metadata, as you can see in our case. So please install the SQLite extensions we have over here. That will help you to read through this file as part of the interpreter. Now seeing the text file. So this is the text file that we have printed in our case. As you can see, this got converted. This is the compressed file that we see. This is the JSON file that we have created. And this is the config YAML file that we had created. So that's about it for the file handling for today, guys. See you in the next video. Please do share, like, and subscribe the channel. And in case if you have any doubts, please comment, and we'll be having those clarified in the upcoming sessions. Thanks everyone. Bye.